So we've got one more set of changes to make to this. And we're going to scroll down, because the changes happen to be in this last section here. And we're going to activate cell B45. And we're going to actually do a little more complicated formula with this. We are going to subtract B43 from B37. So we're going to look at the total hours and subtract out the number that we're using. And then we are going to divide that by the total hours. So this is going to give us a percentage. Okay, so we're going to start it with an equal sign. And for this one, we do want to change the algebraic order of evaluation. So if we just click on the cells and we don't change the order that it's evaluating, so we click on this, do a minus sign, subtract out in use, and then divide it by the total hours. What Excel is going to do is it's going to do the division first, and then it's going to subtract the result from B37. That is not how we want the equation calculated. Okay, we want the hours used subtracted from the total. We want that first. So in order to make that happen first, we have to display it in parentheses. And for those of you who are familiar with the algebraic order of evaluation, it is going to do multiplication and division first, and it always evaluates from left to right. So if you have multiple things you're dividing or multiplying, it will evaluate from the left side to the right side. Okay, then it looks for addition and subtraction. And again, if you have both, it evaluates from left to right. And to change that order, if you want something calculated first, you put it in parentheses. And that is exactly what we've done. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And that actually gives me the result. And then we are going to go ahead and fill that across. We're going to click on the result, grab the fill handle, and we're going to go all the way across through column G. And then we're going to click down here for our next one. So we are in B46. And this is basically just adding cells together. So we are going to use the sum function. And this auto sum button can be used to insert the sum function for us. And the sum function is a calculation. It is designed to add adjacent cells. And when you use the command button, it puts the function in and it tries to guess the range of cells that it should add. And in this case, it guessed quite wrong. That's not even close to what we want to add. We want to add B37 through D37. So we can fix this, okay? So once we add it, as long as the range is still highlighted, we can just left drag over the correct range, and you'll see that it puts the correct range in for us. Okay, so we can just go ahead and press enter at this point, and now it is adding the right numbers. And that brings our active cell down to B47. And B47 is going to be similar, but we want to add April through June. Okay, so in B46, we added January through March, and now we're going to look at April through June. So we're still going to click on auto sum. And again, it's guessing wrong. So we're going to left drag over the right numbers, the correct numbers, get the correct range, and then we're going to go ahead and press enter. Now, it looks like the book is expecting an error on this, and I did not get an error. We were going to have it ignore the error. So if you don't have an error, all is good, because you aren't going to have to ignore it because it's not showing up. Now let's see if we can actually try to force. Let me see if I double click on this. And then let me press escape. Still don't have an error. So if you don't have an error, don't worry about it, because we were going to ignore it anyway. Okay, and once you've got those last two figures, you are done. Okay, make sure you save it, and then you're going to move on to the next project.